ignore the chaos on the table behind me, please. It's a very hot day, and the Renaissance Fair is coming fast and furious. I guess precursor to this story, how to narrate. Renaissance Fair was closed down in Southern California for the past 2 years because of COVID. Very sad, so sad, didn't happen. Now it's back, and Evie is excited too. I'm going with my friends, one of them, both of them, my God, how to word. More caffeine is the answer. I'm going with a group of friends, 2 of whom I used to work with. One of whom, of those 2, I used to work with both of these friends. I also used to play D&D with both of these friends. One of those friends is the DM currently of the campaign that I'm playing in, where I have 2 characters. And I asked them, apparently this is not allowed. So I asked both of these friends, who would they want to go to the Renaissance Fair with? Would they want to go to the Renaissance Fair with Vex? Or would they want to go to the fair with Laudna? And they chose, oh my goodness, they chose Laudna. So I've been working on a Laudna build, and you can see pate on the table. The very first thing that I did, a lot of people start with clothes for their outfits of what they want to do. I guess I used to be like that. In the past when I've gone, but for this build, I just was really freaking excited to make pate here. I had this fake Halloween rat that I painted and used Sculpey clay to put his little head on and ribbon. And then from there, I also started doing some other stuff, like I've made her spool and a lot of the stuff that goes on her belt. I have some scissors that are like this with the ribbon. They're just very much in the vein of Laudna. And so I went backwards. Most cosplayers go clothes and then they go accessories. Me, dyslexia wins again. Let's go accessories then clothes. So now that's what I'm working on. I have to try to, I think you can see over here, I'm going to put an underlayer of the skirt that I'm working on with this just straight up Halloween fabric that I have. Like, it's just perfect for the underskirt, and I'm gonna fray it out and shit, and it's great, so it's great. And then I have to dye this shirt. I picked up this shirt to dye it specifically like this, because if you look at the Laudna artwork, it's kind of got like a ombre effect where it's gray up on top and then it kind of goes into this like eggplanty color. So that's what I'm going to do and work on now. Last 2 pieces for me are the clothes pieces. I am going to use my own hair. I'm gonna use a semi-permanent dye to make my hair black, and I have some extensions, some white ones, and for the body paint, I plan on just using a sunscreen that has a white cast and then putting a little bit of some white concealer and maybe like a dab of black liquid lipstick to make it look a little gray, but then it's also, you know, protecting me from the sun. I feel like I actually have been out in the sun a little bit, so I feel like right now I look like I would probably make a really good Vex cosplayer, and who knows, maybe if I go back to the Ren Fair I will slapdashly put together a Vex cosplay. Hi, Evie. She's being so sweet. Oh, okay. Now you want to run away? What do you have to say? What do you have to say for yourself? Okay. And chaos continues. Embrace the chaos. Okay, so hello. Here is handheld camera. We've got Pate. Hello. And he's gonna be over here with the scissors that I showed you earlier. This is, I watched this other girl's YouTube channel of how to make some drippy little latex finger caps. That's gonna be for later. Super glue just hanging out. But we've got the belt that I purchased because it has a little double clasp. I had to paint this silver. Bag that's going to eventually be tied up here. It's also where pate is gonna hang out, and the scissors, and my spool of thread. And then from here, what I got today is charcoal gray dye for the top of the top, and eggplant, and if I'm feeling really saucy, because I cannot do embroidery, but I can paint pretty well, so I got this really cheapo yellow fabric paint to see if I want to do the yellow detailing on her shirt with this, possibly. This purple, I think I'm gonna have to return because this looks more like the Laudna color than this purple. Yes, we got pate, we've got the latex fingers that I'm still working on, but I also did, so this is the first hammer that I did made out of Sculpey clay, and it's pretty good, but I think it's a little too big and too thick up top. So I went ahead and made a slightly smaller one out of Sculpey clay, and I really like how this one turned out. I just put it on a chopstick because I'm lazy and I don't want to try to make this thing be, I don't know, I just know that this will be able to fit in my hair very nicely like this, as opposed to if I made it fatter through here. And the kind of cool thing about this chopstick is that it's curved. So it was its time anyways. And then I've got, okay, so this, we have the ear cuffs, which I have two options. I have these, which were the original ones, but I don't think that they really, like, on the ear, I don't think that they really read as Laudna as I want. I think that these, which they actually go into my first, I have 3 holes on my earlobes, but they go into the first one, and I really like how these look. And I have, you know, just some little, like, dingsbooms to go into some posts with dangly ear cuff things to go onto this side, and then another one to go onto this side. And I think that I'm gonna end up going with these. I spray painted these with gold enamel paint. They came silver, and I obliterated them with the gold enamel paint, these two. But I really like how these look. Yeah, I also, so this is my belt with the bag that's gonna go on this, but I dyed this hemp cord because it just, you know, instead of being like this color, this dark gray just seems so much more Laudna. And yeah, we got little pate just chilling out. I think eventually I am going to have to play with that glue gun and this creepy hand mannequin on black liquid latex, but that is not today. So. So this is the Laudna shirt. It is currently wet and drying, and there is Evie. But I think I might go get another dye of eggplant or the wine color, because I ended up getting this like super tie-dye looking band. I don't know if you can see it on camera as much as you can see it in real life, but it's bothering me. See, it's like this tie-dye band right there that I don't really like. And yeah, you can kind of see it. The video I watched, the girl used a Bordeaux color. I used eggplant because eggplant looked more like the color to me, but maybe another dip of the eggplant or Bordeaux will help, because this part also is not as saturated as I would like it. So we shall see.
I obviously decided yes, more dye is the answer. So, picked up more dye. I didn't get any footage of me actually dyeing the shirt, but how I did it was a series of dip dyes, and I made sure to do like a gradient pattern concentrating the gray on the top and the eggplant or aubergine purple on the bottom. I plan to do some more detail work concerning these red ribbons that I'm fabric taping onto the shirt, but I'll show you that at a later date with what I'm working with. I think the shirt's dye job looks really good, and I'm excited to show you its progress. So I'm using fabric glue to glue this red ribbon onto the front of the shirt, and I also plan to do some more detailing work along the front. Before I go, I thought I'd leave you with a cheeky little clip from a game I played past Friday with these new gorgeous dice that I got. It's a Curse of Strahd campaign that's currently wrapping up, and I'll catch you in my next video, which is going to be Laudna Part 2.